Wow, speak of the devil. I was just talking about you out loud to myself. That's not true, but speak of the devil is the first phrase that I want to teach you in this lesson. So what it means is, you would say this when the person you were talking about suddenly appears. So if you and I are talking about, I don't know, Donald Trump, and then suddenly...
Person, woman, man, camera, TV.
Very insightful. Then we could say, well, speak of the devil. Donald, he just suddenly appeared. So it doesn't really have a negative or positive connotation. It does let that other person know that, well, you were just talking about them. But it's a fun phrase when you happen to be speaking about someone and then that person just suddenly shows up. And in this lesson, I am going to teach you some super useful phrases with the word speak or speaking. And if you enjoy learning some very useful vocabulary, then I suggest that you subscribe, turn on notifications, so that way I can become your teacher. My name is Wes, and that's what Interactive English is all about, trying to help you reach your fluency goals. The next phrase that I have for you is so to speak. And you would use this phrase to draw attention to the fact that you are describing something in an amusing or strange or figurative way, instead of just saying things directly. If I were to say something like, look, we need to be on the same page, so to speak. So to be on the same page is an idiom that means you need to understand what each other is doing, you need to agree on things, but instead of saying that directly, I could use that idiom and then follow it with so to speak. Or if I were telling you a story that, wow, I almost fell down the mountain, it was like I was looking death straight in the face, so to speak. So again, I'm telling this story, I'm trying to describe it in a figurative way, and I can use that phrase, so to speak. Here are a couple of other examples to help you get a feel for the context.
Damn, are you sticking, so to speak?
I don't believe Lecter's even seen a woman in 8 years. And oh, are you ever his taste, so to speak.
And then we have the phrasal verb speak up. And this has two different meanings. The first one is, it means you're asking someone or telling them to speak louder, that you can't hear them. Like, hey, I can't hear you, please speak up. So you may hear people use this like in a meeting or when somebody's giving a presentation. If somebody's not speaking very loudly, then some other person might say, hey, I need you to speak up, we can't hear you. Or maybe if somebody is on the phone and they're having trouble hearing the other person, they might say, hey, can you please speak up? I'm having trouble hearing you. The next meaning of this phrasal verb is to share your opinion, or really just say what you think. So it can be used in the context of, well, you're encouraging someone to share their opinion, like, yes, I really think you should speak up and say what's on your mind. Or perhaps there's maybe some regret that you didn't say something, and you might say something like, well, I should have spoken up at the meeting. I didn't say anything, but yeah, I should have spoken up. And right now, I want to say what's on my mind and tell you about my speaking course, which is called Speak Up. And it really works with both meanings, like I'm telling you, hey, you can speak loudly and confidently, or just telling you, hey, it's okay, share your opinion, and you should speak up. And if you are interested in practicing and improving your speaking skills, then please click on the link down below. And when you do, you will find a special discount just for you. The course is all about helping you speak confidently, speak clearly, and speak naturally. Each week there is a different speaking topic. I will teach you some useful vocabulary related to those topics. We do engaging speaking activities. We warm up each lesson with something related to pronunciation, connected speech. There are also pronunciation video lessons included in the course, and I will teach you some of the language nuances, like when to use certain words and phrases. So click on the link below if you'd like to sign up or learn more about the course, and yeah, I just hope to speak to you soon. So let's get back to our useful phrases with the word speak or speaking. And the next phrase that I have for you is speak for yourself. So this is something you say to someone to say that the opinion they just expressed is not the same as your opinion. So it's like someone else is speaking for you, and maybe they're using the word we, and they include you, and they're sharing their opinion, and you don't agree with their opinion, and you could tell them, hey, speak for yourself. I just don't agree with you. So if someone were to say, you know, we think that this English lesson is just terrible. We think it's terrible. And you're like, no, I don't agree with that. You could say, speak for yourself. I think this English lesson is fantastic. And I really do hope you enjoy building your vocabulary. Here are some other examples.
Let's be honest, we're not young men.
Speak for yourself. My doctor said I'm in my twilight years.
You don't go into science for the money.
Speak for yourself. Last month, my company both invented and cured restless eye syndrome.
The next phrase is, well, it may seem similar, but it has a different meaning, and that is speaks for itself. And what this refers to is that, well, something is clear and that no further information is needed. So if I were to say something like, my work speaks for itself, in that case, I'm telling you that, well, you know the type of work that I do, you know the quality, it speaks for itself. I don't need to provide any further information. My work speaks for itself. It's mostly used with singular nouns, but people may use it with plural nouns as well, with phrases like, well, the facts speak for themselves. That, well, the facts are clear and no more information is needed. Here's another example. This is a news headline. It says, Binbacher says track record speaks for itself. So again, they're talking about, well, the type of work they do. Their track record speaks for itself. And then there's, in new book, Neil Hamilton lets land speak for itself. So the information is clear, nothing further is needed. Yes, the land speaks for itself. And then there's speak volumes, and this means to provide a lot of information about something without using words. Maybe you want me to speak up and express my opinion, but I stay silent. Perhaps I'm afraid, and you could then tell me, you know, your silence speaks volumes. So this is a statement that you may hear with this phrase. Someone's silence speaks volumes. That they're being very quiet, and that is just giving you a lot of extra information without using any words. Here are a couple of other uses with this phrase.
You play your cards right, all the work you did over the past few months will speak volumes for you.
Because he's usually such a chatterbox.
No, but it's different now. It's more a verbal nonverbal. He speaks volumes with his eyes.
And then I have a collocation for you, which is technically speaking. These words are commonly used together, and what it means is that you are clarifying something with extra details and more information. So I could say, I get up early in the morning. Technically speaking, I get up at 5 a.m. So I'm just giving extra information and clarifying exactly what time I get up. The other thing I would say about this collocation is that you're generally going to use it at the beginning of a statement. So here are a couple of other examples. So the headline is U.S. economy contracts. And then they clarify this at the very beginning using, technically speaking, this negative economic growth, and then they talk about what it looks like and the reasons for this. The next article, a guide to fighting jet lag. So the headline is talking about fighting jet lag, and the article begins, technically speaking, and then clarifies, well, what jet lag is and why it occurs. So I hope that the quality of this lesson speaks for itself, and even though you don't have to tell me directly, if you hit that like button, it speaks volumes. And I also hope that you learn some new vocabulary, which is going to help you speak English perfectly, so to speak. And I love hearing from you, so it would be great if you want to speak up in the comments down below and just, share your opinions. Let me know what you think. And I'm just trying to give you a little bit of quick review, but that's all I got for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. So long.